in the final of the Hollywood Best Cassava Women's Championship, much to the joy of their supporters.
Too nice. Malawi taking on a Zambian defense and splitting them. Simwaka available to receive, but look at the strength of Chawinga, waltzing away, and the presence of mind to whip that through, but a mistake made by Susan Banda, exposing the keeper. When you give Simwaka such space and time, but she also had to work for that ball. She slipped in the process, and the rest was history.
Robert Gambi in your picture, celebrating then, who's a part of the technical team for Malawi as the physical trainer, out in the stands. Those that have come out here, and I can tell you there's a good number from Malawi having a ball. Another ball played in. Tom! Again, is Chawinga causing problems on that right side. Tom didn't get the connection she was hoping for. Chawinga becoming influential. And when that happens, usually Malawians are left with smiles on their faces, whether she's a scorer or not.
The minute you let go of Temwa Chawinga and she finds the spaces, she exploits the pockets that are being left, you find a defense in tatters. You find a defense in 6s and 7s. It is no different, but good to see how Tom joins in the play as well. And for Malawi, they really have a good offensive plan. The minute Chawinga gets the ball, goes out wide, Tom goes into the midfield, and a follow-up there by Chinyamula as well.
Simwaka with the second goal of these championships. Under 10 remaining in this first half here. Tom. That's the one back then by Akatongo. That's pity on this near side again. The Malawians and Zambia is showing a great battle in the middle of the park here to try and, of course, get the upper hand, get the momentum. Simwaka. Well, worth mentioning as Chawinga pushes forward again. Didn't win that duel, but crashed into Shoma Mwemba and later how to get back up onto her feet, just to remind us of the physicality between these two sides here. Chawinga chucks off a couple of players and runs into trouble in trying to beat the last defender. Well, they are seeing their side right the wave here and continue to cause further problems and discomfort for the Zambian defense over the last 7 or so minutes. Here's a chance, it's a good chance! Just over. Falling backwards as she took the shot, then gets close to giving them the 2-goal advantage.
Zambia in disarray. They're not pressing the player with the ball, creating problems and giving room to the player who receives the ball and taking a strike. Nobody closing it down, or closing it down, but rather late.
So close. Very little. No one could do about that. If that had been on the underside of the bar, then said again, one of the 6 goal scorers who was looking to get a second of this championship. Well, for Malawi, something a bit of special would have happened for these young ladies upon winning the semi-final. A special letter and letter of congratulations was sent out to them from the president of Malawi, Lazarus Chakwera. He was congratulating them for their heroics and you know the countries behind them coming into this final, so that would have served as a further source of inspiration. Now Jere on the turn and enough power Uncomfortable for Sigelo, got a body behind it nicely.
Malawi wanting to use this moment to keep the attack alive. Got the free kick. We've seen a number of goals scored from the standard situations. Ball just probably to get it behind the defense.
Looking for the 2-goal cushion before the end of this first half for Malawi. Well, he had some interesting statements speaking to Bali before this match got out in the way. Did Lovemore Fazili, the coach of Malawi, stated that, well, if they watch Chawinga, others can come forward and score. And if they watch the others, Chawinga will come forward and score. And the point he was making was that, well, we have very many players that are a threat, and we've seen a goal here from Simwaka. As we look back at the action here, two players crashing into each other. And outside of Simwaka, we've also seen Katere coming close and closest to scoring a second. So it's not necessarily Chawanga alone that's a threat here from this Malawi side.
It's the explosiveness between the two players. Simwaka does it 200 meters in 22 seconds. That just tells you how quick they are up front. When you look at it, it will be interesting to know what is the time that Temo can do 100 meters. So you have two explosive players that are up front, difficult to contain.
Would you be willing to put money that's under 11 or 12?
Could be under 12 for sure.
Yeah. Now, Chawinga tries she might. Katongo couldn't keep it alive here on the near side. Jere, great turn, rolling the defender in. Unfortunate for Katongo, once again to just have the away with touch and see the ball go out for the throwing here on this near side. So change being made here, and it's Malawi that will make the change. Chinyamura, one of the 6 goal scorers on the field in this tournament, makes way, and it's Achiola in her place. Plays for Silver Strikers does Caroline Matiola, her 4th appearance of this championship. Oh, by the way, she has scored herself. So they still have 6 goal scorers out on that field, even with the change made.
Very shared responsibility that sees around Malawi. So it's not only the two up front. Get those goals.
Janet, outnumbered, outwitted. Zulu, calm into defense. Coming from an offside position then was Frida Gabo.
Zambia have been pushed backwards, and you can see 5 defenders now in that to look after the 2 or 3 players that Malawi have in the attack, that compromising the midfield.
Strong play then. Yasin Waka continues to be a very influential player inside the first 44 minutes.
questions been asked of Zambia's pedigree. Can they come back? They've got a second half, and we are bound to see a very different second half. What will be in the mind of the coach would be, from a Malawi perspective, if I was in the change room, is to tell them to continue with the attacking game. For Zambia, they just need to reorganize perhaps in the middle of the park and impose a lot more. Take care of the ball and look for players up front like Jere.
Katongo. What is crucial for the Zambians is not to concede once again for the end of this first half. And that, of course, to get in and score on themselves before it's all done and dusted in the first 25. Malawi. A second goal before the end of this first half will be like a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. Pin. Katsere. I love those pinky little balls over the top for the pace of Chawinga to get on to the end of. So, 3 minutes added on to the end of the first 45. And it is speeding. Katongo, time and space. Banda, ready for. Thrown it will be inside the final third. Foul against Esther Banda here, as she was looking to apply a bit of pressure inside the final third, and the Green Buffaloes player who's doing a fourth appearance in these championships gets back to the right back position. Chawinga, too strong. Chawinga, flag stays down. It's a great chance, Juno. Malawi get that all-important second before the end of the first half. Chawinga again heavily involved in the creation of the goal. Big party there at the Atchesville Stadium as Tom gets a third of the championship.
Tom, explosive, having the ability to read the game so well. The strength of Temwa, clear for everyone to see, but a lovely ball, nicely weighted, and a good pass as Temwa connects well with her teammate, and keeper had no chance.
Assists for Chawinga. The two frontline players now with 12 goals between them. Malawi looking well on their way to being crowned the Southern African champions for the first time, but we are only at the end of the first half. Still another 45 to go. Still the half-time break to come here, and time for Love Mofazili to have a word with his team here. As well as Florence Gacha to have a word with her team, see if she can turn things around here. VAR checking for a possible offside, of course, with the goal scored. There had been an illegal action as well in a bit of a push in there. So, if you weren't with us in the third and fourth playoff, we saw a goal disallowed. Dylan Dakova's goal, in a goal that would have been the first in that match. VAR checking to see if a crucial second for the Malawians here will in fact stand.
It is nervous moments for Zambia, and For Malawi, on the other hand, they would look at it and say the second goal will definitely give them the assurance, and for Zambia it will give them hope if this is disallowed. They didn't want the game to run away. 2 goals is definitely a big ask. To come back, VAR taking its time, wanting to make the right decision.
Nerve-wracking moments for the Zambians,
yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Now, going to go check is Antino Twanyanyuga. And the one who Maria Revert make the decision in the third and fourth playoff, I beg your pardon. Now it's the turn of Antino Twanyanyuga to have a look and see if she spots any foul play here. Is it
But then it's
push
possible for the push, yes. That's
on the
what
turn then?
It looks like.
Well, that's the moments they're looking at then. Was there a foul on Mwemba? So watching the left foot from Chawinga and the contact on Mwemba's right as she plants it. Is it enough? Taking her time is Antino Twanyanyuga of Namibia. Early on in the day, it was Maria Revert of Mauritius that made the decision as the referee after the VAR called for a review.
Maybe the call is that she was bundled off the ball, thus giving an advantage to Temwa. And once a player is eliminated like that, perhaps they're going to judge for that foul in the first place.
Tough call to have to make.
Very difficult indeed. One part that I look at in VAR is when players become so idle in that moment, and also it steals away the celebration sometimes when you're waiting and you want to celebrate and you just can't do it spontaneously. But in this case, Malawi celebrated, so whatever the call is, at least.
Decision made. There you have it. It's a call that will stand. And, well, it's Malawi that... oh, in fact, no. Foul, sorry, my apologies. As I saw what I thought was the Zambians kicking off then on the halfway line. So, no goal after the review. And your thoughts on that review?
Most definitely, I think the foul, which we thought at the moment was quite soft, allowed for an advantage for Temwa to be quite explosive, and I think that is what the VAR looked at and said it was unfair play, and thus giving the free kick to Zambia.
Still moving in towards the half-time break. That's a long check, of course, added a lot of time to the end of this first half here. And, well, quite crucially, that decision means Malawi will only lead by 1 going into the half-time break here, and Zambia will breathe a huge sigh of relief here.
Let's hope he doesn't break the spirits of the Malawians, because normally they would look at it and say, we'll try again.
Of course, that means Tom is still on 2 goals in the tournament. Take away the assist from Chawinga. Now, chase on here. Tell you what, there's some serious speed in the legs of Nyirenda in the heart of that defense, and Madise have not only brought a lot of steel into that heart of that defense, but they are quick and they are hard in the challenge as well.
Very much so. Coach in his earlier matches would also talk about physicality, but I think as much as they can give, they can take. Zambia, who are a team that normally love to knock the ball about and get control of the midfield, this time they're not being allowed that much time on the ball.
So, even with that goal not standing, the Malawi fans have begun a bit of a victory lap around the Lucas Muribe pitch, if you will, and we saw them do this out in Durban, and here they are out in the stands, those that are sitting on, watching. So they are. Now, you'd have to wonder about their fitness levels. They can keep this going for some time here, just going around in laps and laps and laps. And they started their party here, believing their side is, well, on their way to the championship win.
You'll wonder if Robert Ngandi also extends himself in the fitness element of getting them in good shape.
Of course, if you aren't in the know, Robert Gambi, part of the technical team, there is to the right of your picture with the red hat on. He just popped into your picture now, and who did some great things out in the Limpopo province.
I remember him in the days of Black Leopards and then Platinum Stars. Also ever present for Malawi, I think round about 66 national caps. A great midfielder of note, Robert Ngambi.
So I'm wondering if he has anything to do with the fans' fitness then. Is that what you were saying?